Skyrim's main quest is coming to an end. But the series isn't, because we're still gonna have the DLCs and the Creation Club / Anniversary Edition stuff to do. I'm also leaving some boring Radiant stuff for the end. And before Parthenax starts ranting, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Steve Whittle, that became today the channel's first member. Completely unexpected. I know I have miles to improve. If you want to make my day, just go over to the polls, engage with us. They're fun. Not doing this as an ad for it, but I will be making shoutouts for the people that do. Again, thank you, Steve, and without further ado, let's have what's gonna feel like a cutscene. See you in a bit.
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Kriegwolf Akrin, die now in vain.
Sent you down to death. Kyon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We've blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Both Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need it.
We will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Meye, Tarodis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Let those that watch from Dawnguard envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarodis Parthenax, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power when I come for you in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel the first time, worm. I see it in your eye. Skyrim will be free!
Damn you! It's no use. It's a scroll, Feldir. Now!
Hold Alduin on the wing! Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last. vanished!
It worked. You did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
And with that, the most broken shout against dragons is now in our possession. Also, Alduin showed up to congratulate me, and it's time to show the World Eater why he's not on the cover of the game. I'm also gonna let you know that we'll be finishing the main quest by the end of the next episode, and that will start the DLCs soon enough. Not sure if I'll take a break from Skyrim for a week or something to record more challenges, which I would love to do. It's just that they take a long time, and this is part of the fact why I have been recording a lot of Skyrim. There's also a couple demos and a couple horror games that I'd like to play, and seriously? Well, I guess this is the beauty. Oh, thank you for that as well. This is the beauty of Legendary mode. I kick Alduin's ass from a distance, and yet one of the meteors one-shots me. Be warned, fellas. Legendary mode is not for you to have a challenge. It's for you to remember Todd Howard saying that it just works. I find it highly unbalanced. Doable, but not really enjoyable when every single major dungeon takes about an hour to do instead of 20 minutes, you know? Also, I'm just gonna go and continue to attack him to see if I can break the game. Oh, I love the fact that both he calls me immortal and my Dramoras do it as well. But yeah, he just left.
You truly have the voice of a Dova.
Oh, Barenziah, that's so kind of you.
After this victory.
You know, I don't have the option, but I agree with him.
Yes.
It wasn't a victory of a war, but we won the battle.
Mat Mahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
And even here, I can only say that the Jarl of Whiterun might not be happy about it, but not only have I replaced the Jarl of Whiterun, he also fancies me. I've helped him before. Or his family members, not sure. But I think it was Vignar that I helped on the Special Thieves Guild quest.
Glorious day for Skyrim!
Speaking of glory, can we trap a dragon here?
I've misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
Vignar, I wouldn't ask you if this wasn't of the utmost importance.
Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out?
Because Alduin has returned.
Alduin? The World Eater himself? But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
Actually, it means it's the end fight, because I'm the Dragonborn.
I don't know about such things. But I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
Long story short, I'm gonna need a ride.
Then Whiterun will stand with you, Dragonborn. We will take the risk and gain the glory, whether it be in victory or defeat. So what's the plan then? How do you intend to lure a dragon into the trap?
Great question! Next question. Well, actually, I'm just gonna have to go back to Parenziah and he'll give me an option to.
I'll leave that to you. I trust you know your business, probably for the best. It will give me time to see if that old trap still works. And break the news to the men.
I love Balgrove. I know most of you probably do as well, but
Your look.
Vignar is a cool guy. Parthenax, it's time. I need a way to reach Alduin.
Yes, I have been pondering on exactly that question. Lingra mora. I have tasted the voices of Alduin's allies on the wind. Pogan nachlas vokril vachjun. There is one who I remember well, Odaving. He is the one to tell us where Alduin has gone.
Okay, this is silly, but I know several dragons' names. Why can
I
I?
forget how little you know of the Dove. Our names are always made up of 3 Rothmulag, words of power. You see, Parthurnax, a thum, a shout, yes?
Why can I not call you then? Not asking you to join a fight,
He is not
just,
compelled
you know.
to come. But the Dove are prideful by nature. Few could resist such a challenge, especially from you, Dovahkiin. But Odaving, he is headstrong, bozik, rash. Even among the Dove, he was known for this. He will not resist the challenge of your voice, Dovahkiin. He will come. Now, hear his name, Odaving. Taste it on the wind, Odaving. Know it in your sum, Odaving.
Again, not trying to beat on a dead horse, but even if it's not for a fight, why can I not ask you to come and chill? Or any other dragon that I know?
Whiterun, as I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
Vignar, it's
My
time.
men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
So on to Dragonreach, and to its porch we go to call Odaving and get the most epic ride that unfortunately doesn't have much of a cutscene. I mean, we'll all see the takeoff, but that's it. Also, do not bring your follower. That was a massive mistake I made, because the goal is not to defeat the dragon, is to trap him. So, in theory, I just have to go back and... Oh, poor guy. But yeah, I just need Odaving to approach the door until he falls on the trap. And Erandur is gonna be fighting him a lot more than needed. So I just cut it out. Oh, sorry. Cut out that part. And then this happens. Yeah, it's just cutscene related. Do not bother actually fighting. Need for you too, buddy.
I think it's holding.
It is holding.
Orfuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zokfrini grin kogra drunviki, Dovahkiin. Ah, I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovahkiin. I salute your, low cunning in devising such a Gramindol stratagem. Zuubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, no doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
That's exactly the whole point of calling you.
Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
Well, it's not their destiny, it's the Dragonborn's. So let's get on with it.
Slod Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
Just gonna ask him, cause it's silly. Do you promise to serve me?
Serve you? No.
Good answer.
Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
He's actually a cool dude. Cause once we defeat
Only
Alduin,
this.
he's going to allow
You
us
have the
to call
form
him
of a
whenever
Dawnguard,
we want, and
but without
if he
the
can
wings
come,
of one,
he'll show up.
you will never set
And
foot
if
in
he can come
Skuldafn.
part is only based if there's enough space for a
course,
dragon to show
I
up
could fly
and help.
there,
What an
but
amazing
not
mechanic.
while imprisoned like this.
Also, he's offering to take me there, but he needs to be freed. So let's just agree.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
We have a deal, my friends. Now let me just break the news to the guard
to tell the
that has no
grandkids,
clue.
huh?
Yeah, something to tell the
Sure
grandkids.
about that?
Open the trap.
You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is going to have to help you get him back in there again.
Well, you know, something to tell the grandkids. Oh, come on, Farengar. I've got a dragon trapped for like 2 minutes. And you're already around trying to do experiments on it. Olfina,
Vasnu.
holster your knife. Thank you. Well, let's make the trip so I can have dragons and Draugr Deathlords unending after me.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Okay, I know it's my fault, but you're a bit too close, buddy.
Zukbrit Uth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase.
Now, I am ready, so let's go. Let's take a trip to Skuldafn and watch a glorious takeoff as the Dragonborn rides a dragon that respects him. And that's all. We're now in Skuldafn. He was honest.
This is as far as I can take you. Grifoth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
And now comes the true challenge. And I reckon Alduin's gonna take a lot less time than going through here into Sovngarde. For the next 4 minutes, I'm gonna show you what 1 hour of a lot of Deathlords being extremely coordinated and one-shotting me did. Or better yet, how I managed to outsmart them. The dragon that came up first was quite easy. Also, if you haven't noticed, Erandur has not traveled with us. Then a Deathlord and the Scourge appear, but this is no challenge, another dragon comes up, and it's now that everything is gonna go wrong until we can finally move on. It's a lot of Deathlord archers. Did you notice what just happened? I died with one shout. Not all shouts kill me. This one didn't, but I got an arrow as well, and that would either way. So my plan was, let's use the Become Ethereal shout, make a run for it, and try to find a place for me to hide. I was also stupid enough to use the shout the second time, but to use a spell right after. I mean, I thought it's not gonna make damage, it's just conjuration, but no, I stopped being ethereal as soon as I did. Now, my plan is to pick up the Draugr one by one, and behind that chest, I have the option to, especially with 2 Drumoras, the Burn Disciples, as you voted to name them, the boys, as I like to call them, or the only reason that this run has been possible, let's be honest. And with the Deathlords going down one by one, we're finally able to move into Skuldafn Temple. The first thing that happens is for the 3 extremely high-level Draugr to come after us. We then find a puzzle that has 3 pieces, but only 2 clues. Well, just so happens that the center clue is that there's 2 doors and that you can use one of the other 2 pieces to both open the door on the left or on the right. The one on the right just had a chest, the one on the left is the way to go. And after more enemies, we find a Death Overlord and a Nordic Ruin Wall. On his inventory, I took the claw, I solved the puzzle, and we're now ready to get the last shout that I'm gonna need for the 100% run. And that bad boy is gonna be Storm Call. Let me just enjoy the sound one last time. Beautiful, let me unlock it and let me move on as we're going to the last challenge of the day. The last Dragon Priest, Nakrin, which is also gonna grant me the last Dragon Priest mask, so I'll be going to Labyrinthian on the next one. It's not gonna end on Alduin, oh no! I'm also gonna pay a visit to a certain warrior, but considering legendary mode, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. Well, I'll be able to do it, I don't know if I'll be able to defeat who I'm talking about. And if I don't, I'll try it again after the DLCs. Fortunately, the last Dragon Priest was no match at all. So I'm gonna take his stuff, I'm gonna take his mask, and we are ready to go into Sovngarde, where Alduin has been causing more trouble than he should. We're also gonna meet some fine people over there, some of which we've encountered before. A boss, an enemy, and an ally.